So you know the defund the police slogan? People are like, oh, you can't say that. It scares people. It loses votes. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's because people don't know how much we spend on the police. We're going to tell you that in a second. But first, Barack Obama's come out. Barack Obama says you lose people with snappy slogans like defund the police. Plus, defund the police is accurate. The best slogans are vague and ones you have no intention of following through on. You know, like hope and change. Or yes, we can. Those are the kind of slogans. Can I just tell you, whenever a sentence starts with Obama warns activists, you could just stop reading. Defund the police is not a slogan. It's a policy demand. So defund the police is not a slogan, Barack Obama, like hope and change or yes, we can. Those were slogans. Defund the police is a policy demand. That's why you don't like it. Just admit you support giant wasteful police budgets and stop being dishonest. And this video is going to explain to you what defund the police means in very stark terms. This is a meeting. This is there's an activists that are very well spoken. They know exactly what they're talking about, and they're confronting a mayor. And this could be anywhere in America. This could be Detroit. This could be Sacramento. This could be Oakland. This could be anywhere. Chicago. And watch how they talk to this mayor about defunding the police and why you should defund the police.
What percent of the police live in the city?
About 5% or so.
5%, so 95% don't live in the city.
95% of the people who police the city don't live there. That's the same thing in Los Angeles. They have white cops who live out in canyon country up in the mountains, get in their car, drive an hour to go police in Los Angeles. So what they become is not members of the community. They become an outside terrorizing force. And then the people who live there pay them to do that. People from outside their city to come in and terrorize them, police them.
83% of police in LA live outside.
83%. That's 8 out of 10 cops in Los Angeles don't live in Los Angeles. Why would you allow cops who don't live in your city to police your city? I come from Chicago. If you were a cop in Chicago, you had to live in that goddamn city. And so people knew who the police were. If you're policing my neighbor, I know who the fuck you are. I know where you live.
What percent of the police live in the city?
About 5% or so.
5%, so 95% don't live in the city.
Yes,
so when you say that the vast majority of the percentage goes towards salaries, etc.,
yes,
fringe benefits, that means that they take their money on 81, go to outside the city, pay taxes in those communities that have some of the best schools while we have an underfunded school district.
$60 million up.
So I just want to put into context what we're talking about, because it's really easy to say, Mayor, and with all due respect, I like you, but that was a very politician answer.
Sorry, what specifically?
We will consider and we will look. What we're saying is we're not interested in considering and looking. What we're saying is actually there's 50 million, commit to 20 million cut.
Right.
Because we're sending money as the mayor of Syracuse. When you don't have a tax base, you're sending money out of Syracuse, and not just for 30 years, for the rest of their life. Because their pensions, their health insurance, their families. So we are funding for other people's communities to have the promise of the American dream while we are denying it in our community. That's the context that you as the mayor have to look at this under. So when we talk about renegotiating union contract, what we're saying is you can't play around with maybe no, y'all gotta go because you don't provide a service that is beneficial to the community, that is meaningful to the community. The services that you provide criminalize our community, impoverish our community, reallocate resources to suburbs. We are actually funding the suburbs, both in our police departments and in our schools. And to be clear, it's not just the fact of like the percentage of people. We're also funding what race of people on the police force. The percentage of race of teachers as well, superintendent, board president. So we want to put in context because it's not just a class issue, it's a race issue. We're telling black and brown people and poor people, you don't matter. The devil's in the data and in the details. Mayor, respectfully, it is not acceptable for us to be here considering.
So that's very well said. Obama has been elevated to silence black dissent, not to empower us. Change my mind. That's exactly what Barack Obama has been sent here to do. Obama says it's time for Black Lives Matter activists to stop yelling. Hey, I know you're mad about systemic murder by racist system, but do you need to shout?
Pull your pants up.
Pull your pants up. Tone policing. He's tone policing. The last refuge. Tone policing. The last refuge of the corrupt. How Barack Obama helped convince NBA players to end their strike and return to play and pull up their pants. Public Citizen says defund the police. Police have killed 986 people in 2020. There have been only 16 days this year where police didn't kill someone. And you know what Barack Obama says? Stop shouting. Why are you yelling? Democrats would be like, defund the police, only win in blue areas. Okay, then why aren't Democrats running on it in deep blue areas? This is not an argument. I wish liberal cowards would just admit they support our fascist police state. Absolutely. The New York, just so you get an idea of what the budget is. The New York City's police department's budget is $6 billion effing dollars, which is more than the city spends on health, homelessness, youth development, and workforce development combined. Yes, defund the police. That's Public Citizen. That's what Ralph Nader founded, Public Citizen. I've done benefits for Public Citizen. They're great people at Public Citizen, but Barack Obama would tell them, stop yelling. Why are you yelling? Yes, we can. Won 2 elections. Defund the police. Lost House seats. That's the difference, folks. See, that's what they're saying. That's what lost House seats. Not the fact that Nancy Pelosi wouldn't put a vote for Medicare for all, wouldn't offer people anything. The fact that Nancy Pelosi passed Donald Trump's complete legislative agenda, including money for the border wall, that didn't suppress the vote and lose you House. Of course it did. Nancy Pelosi denying people COVID relief right before the election. That didn't cut, but it was defund the police. That's what lost your House seats. And then that's the difference. So you can add that's the difference to the end of your tweet, but that doesn't make it true. It was pretty much all moderates who lost seats. Did you know that? Delonte. It was all moderates who lost seats. It had nothing to do with defunding the police. Despite what mental gymnastics you hear from Bill Maher, it didn't have anything to do with that. The Democratic Party got crushed during the Obama presidency. What? Yes, I don't know if you know that, but during the Barack Obama presidency, the Democratic Party got wiped out. Not just in Congress, but at the state houses, too. How do you feel about shut the fuck up as a slogan? Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.